Now, in his defense, there is some women, I don't want all of that. I just want to and be fucked. That's it. So no, when you,
it is some men that will put that out there.
Yeah.
Listen,
is he wrong if he's upfront about it though? I don't think it's nothing wrong when you upfront.
No, I don't personally.
It's nothing wrong with it.
But it's the way that you do things.
It's a way how you do it.
I got a question. You rather me manipulate you, trick you into giving me that pussy?
Yes, they do.
Go to the club.
Just say go to the
club. Yes, they do.
But they said they wanted honesty though. They said they wanted honesty though.
I want you to.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Daily Wrap-Up Crew. No man, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed. Make sure you subscribe. It's a must. And if she a baddie, I give you 2 testes like Elon Musk, Eric.
Damn.
I mean, okay. Last but not least, we got
you.
Jew.
You said it ain't tricky if you got it. Okay. What it do? It's your boy Jew. I'm here on my crew. And make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok too. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it.
No, 2 testes.
Huh?
2 testes? Testicles?
Yeah, I know the bar,
okay,
but you could have been tricking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, say you getting that money over there. That's what I heard.
Nah, I'm broke, baby.
How you think he maintained his veneer subscriptions? Like, you know what I'm saying?
The same way you maintain your wigs.
Hey, man, Amazon Prime. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo.
2-day shipping, you know what I mean?
You got to do, you know what I mean? Like,
and if y'all want to get the King veneers and the Eli wig set, you know.
And the beard problem. I mean, it can't forget the beard problem. I mean,
and the dreads.
You know what I'm saying? But
and the glue is included too. You know what I mean?
Listen,
it's a package.
Look, the hat, the dreads come with the hat, by the way, so y'all can get it all in one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, anyway, we got some special guests in the building. Ladies, let them know where they can follow you at and your relationship status. You know, people might be curious.
Right. Okay, so my name is Tanisha Avon, and I am in a relationship.
The longest.
Tanisha Avon Music is where y'all can follow me everywhere on all platforms.
Okay. So your longest relationship too, right?
Oh, right. My longest relationship was like 6-7 years.
All right.
Yeah, too long.
Too long. Okay.
I'm Juliet Ford. What else? Your IG.
Your IG.
Oh, Juliet Ford Inc.
Businesses and your relationship status.
If you want to.
I'm single till married. My longest relationship was 5 years.
Okay. All right.
That's the current one?
I'm sorry?
That's the current one?
Yeah, I'm single to married.
Okay.
So can you be in a relationship if you? We're gonna get to we gonna get to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't one of the top, but we about
when
to
I do the taxes,
because that's gonna be the top of the
When
list.
you do the taxes to say single.
When you do application, insurance, things that really matter.
That is true.
Single to married.
We gonna get into that.
You could be widowed. You could be divorced.
Okay. All right.
I got something to say to that. Okay, my name is Tiara, and you can follow me on Instagram at Denim Dior. I'm single, I think, right now, and my longest relationship was 10 years.
What you mean you think you single?
Because you
about to spin the block.
Yeah, that's
complicated.
Nah, I don't even know if I'm off the block, actually, but
oh, y'all going through it right now.
I'm probably in the middle of the street.
All right, last but not least.
Hey, I'm Jasmine. You can follow me on Instagram at JazzyDior89. My longest relationship has been non-existent because I don't do relationships.
Oh,
okay. So what you doing? I do me.
That green flag look like a red flag right now. Listen, man, before we get...
It's pinkish.
Okay.
Nah, that shit bright red.
Yo, listen, before we get into these topics, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if y'all not already subscribe. Cop the merch, man, Dailyrapupcrew.co. Join the membership, man. We got a lot of exclusive behind the scenes. I mean, we was just having a great conversation. You don't have to tune in for that one. Y'all, I need y'all to listen to the podcast audio. I know I'm out here promoting a lot of shit, but I need y'all to support that podcast audio because these advertisers, they be on the ass about that. You know what I mean? So we need y'all to tune into that every Tuesday. Shit, that's the money. That's money for us. So you know what I'm saying? I want the money to go straight to me.
No, I'm saying they don't. They not.
Yo, get into this first topic, right? Who or what in society do you think is setting Black people back? You know, we always hear this this term. Oh, they saying black people back. When you hear that term, who or what do you think about?
Well, we gonna let
Dang, y'all all looked at
But go
me.
ahead, she wants to
Right?
speak for God. It don't
Go
have to be
ahead.
no
Go
order.
ahead,
It's no order. You can
No,
just
no.
it's
The
free.
government.
Okay, that's okay.
Can you elaborate on that?
I don't want to elaborate on it.
How-
I don't want to die. But
Oh,
Oh,
The
you on your
government.
Umar shit.
Or
what?
sure.
It's not Umar shit. It's like the true shit. It's real shit. It's the government.
no, you just saying that's something he would say, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the government that's holding black people back. They've been doing it for years
Mm-hmm.
with everything. Like literally, I can't even name one thing they're not holding black people back on.
The government
I agree.
definitely still
So-
controls everything moving and grooving.
So that's what it was. I mean, like, because I did before, I said the media,
Mhm.
but who's in control of the media?
The government.
The government.
Mm.
That's true.
So that's why I say the government, and that's it. That's all I have to say
Okay.
about that.
Anybody
what do
else?
you think, Jazz?
Surface level, blacks.
Do black people holding setting black people
Yeah,
back?
we holding ourselves back because we have the tools and the knowledge. It's just that we don't apply it properly.
Right.
We apply it to the most irresponsible and reckless things possible, i.e., clothes, jewelry, for just
But
basics.
not all blacks.
Not all,
Yes.
and
Some
some
of
most. The most.
Yeah, most.
And once we feel like we reached a certain level as far as what we deem as status, social statuses, is like we kind of like just like, oh, okay, well, me and mine's is good, then that's it.
Yeah.
It's like now you're supposed to reach back and pull your people up.
Right.
Mhm.
One hand wash the face, two hands wash the body.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true.
I feel like surface level,
Yeah.
but I also definitely agree with her. Like on a whole nother scale, like as far as everything, definitely the
Where
government.
it started.
yeah,
The
it definitely starts
government.
with the government.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
for a fact.
Okay.
What do you think?
I want to hear what y'all want to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all doing good, man. Keep going.
I agree with Jazz. I feel like ourselves,
Mm.
because regardless of where you start off from, is what you make out of it. But I also would agree with
I
Twin.
really agree with Fern. I think
Yeah.
Because if you
government
don't have the
controls-
knowledge to where you even start off from, how are you gonna know?
I think that knowledge thing sounded good back then, but I think nowadays we do have the knowledge. We just ignorant, or we just blatantly don't
Right,
want
that's
to
where
like
you
she
You
said.
have
Like,
a
you know what I
computer
mean?
in
Like,
your hand, like
Mhm.
literally.
Let me tell you
It's just how
something.
you
But see,
apply
that's
It's
it.
the
not
thing
even
that-
with
but
the
it's-
computer.
that's the
It's a
thing.
lot of information in books, and that's one thing that Black people do not. Some
So I'm not.
Wait,
all
Wait,
right.
but what
We don't
books?
know
The
as-
school books?
no,
Because it's not true.
No.
that's why you have to know knowledge of self. You have to do your own research. All this
Exactly.
starts at
But why do
home.
we have to do own research on ourselves? Why can't we do that in school?
Because it, like you
Why
said,
do we
it
have to
stems
learn
back-
lies in school first?
It stems back to the government, like you said. That's why I said I totally
No,
agree with you
yeah.
100% because it
Because
stems
you gotta
back from
remember,
the
the
government.
government puts out what I want you to
Right.
know, what I
Right.
want you to learn.
Right.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
They want you to stay on a certain status.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
stay in a
And
certain
you
level.
You
can't
can't
love
go
it.
above a certain
Yeah.
thing because then you'll be more powerful. If really Black people really stick together and really,
Right.
you can outsmart them. I mean, they got their ways of keeping us leveled, but we're really smarter than them.
I hate to bring this up, but
Okay.
I want to ask you guys a question. Who do you think benefit systematically from the government?
White people.
No, I'm talking about in our community, men or women.
Oh, women.
women.
Because they
Oh, yeah.
utilize the
Definitely.
women as weapons for the men.
Yeah.
Whoa, repeat that again. Like
They
what
utilize the
f-
women as weapons for the men.
Yo, women act like this is like new information. Like that, I've never heard a woman ever admit that.
I
crazy.
appreciate that.
I do
thought
appreciate that.
push
Like,
back.
Once
I'm
you
surprised
break,
you said
once
that.
you break down the family, then it's over. Because then you
Yeah.
treat the men like what? You emasculate them. You treat them like trash. And then there's no leader, there's no head. A woman can only get you but so far. You still need a strong backbone to take everything and do with it what needs to be
I
done.
can't believe my ears.
No,
right now.
I
You know what I'm
really
saying?
appreciate
I mean,
that.
Shout
what
out
women
to
have
you.
y'all been-
Say,
what women
shout
have
out to
y'all
you.
been
Like,
encountering?
shout out to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
What have
crazy.
y'all been encountering? Sheesh.
Shit.
Do y'all
Tune
tune
into
in?
all
We
the
got
33
We got over 200 episodes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So all the women y'all talk to just feel like men.
Shit.
Like
Men
it's all
ain't shit.
for
I'd
it?
rather do it by
Of
myself.
course.
I'm not getting no
Y'all
help.
not
I'm
leaders.
independent. But if
No,
you,
I mean,
No.
now,
Now, make
then
no
it breaks
mistake.
down. Sometimes
There you
women, we have don't say that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And we, of course, we love Black men and we want you to be leaders and we want
I'm
to
pro-Black.
need you and want you.
Won't take
but
nothing to nobody else.
sometimes a lot of men don't stand up for us.
They don't.
That's
Black
what we
men.
mean when
Black men.
when a woman is like, I have to do it by myself. Sometimes it's not that she wants to. It's like she has
Has
to.
to.
Yeah.
understandable,
I
right?
think
Right?
that's the narrative that they want to push. That's what I mean by weaponizing the women.
I'm
Because
not even gonna say
I
shit.
might have to
it's
break this
more,
down.
it's more good things going on now, especially than not. But
no, we're not
media,
saying
like,
everybody.
It stems back to the government controlling everything. This is what they push.
Yeah.
Push.
Absolutely.
Because once you break down a family, then everything else dissolves.
Right.
It's like it's no foundation. So once you don't have no foundation, what usually happens? Everything crumbles.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine how powerful women would be with a man leading them. You know what I'm saying? In a relationship. I know you ladies feel like sometimes you have to be independent, but really and truly, if you're relying on the government, how independent are you?
But not everybody relies
For
on
some.
the government.
No, I'm saying for those who.
Okay.
You
Right.
get what I'm saying? It's a
I think
a
that's
higher
the ones
percentage.
that don't know no better.
That
They-
relies
no,
on the government?
No. It's a percentage that do know better and are still using that excuse to, build and commit to relationships. The government says, if you add a man on this house, you're not going to get my assistance. You get what I'm saying? So they rather rely on the government than rely on a man, where I give it up to some percentage why they're scared, because, we have done ladies wrong at some point in time. But, what I'm saying, I think it's some time we need to take a leap of faith and find the right person and build and grow generational wealth.
Yeah,
That's true.
Now that's
I
definitely
agree.
true. I think it's like a meeting of the minds. It's like if you find somebody that's like equal in the way that you think and then y'all got the same ambition, I think that can definitely work. But I think that goes back to
But then that
anybody.
also goes to all men, like you saying,
Yeah.
already, the guy needs to be, all men are not even leaders.
They're
No,
not.
not at all.
They're
Like,
not.
I get what you're saying, because I'm pro for the man, and I feel like, the household should have two. But then some men are not leaders, and I'm not bashing men because I love men.
And you have a right
So-
to question that, but how would you know if your mindset is independent?
My mindset is
no,
not
not you.
independent.
I'm just
Okay.
saying the women that feel independent and strong. Like, how would you know if that man could lead you if you're so used to doing everything by yourself?
Okay, so I'll speak for me.
Leap of
So
faith.
I've been in a relationship where I have a man who's helping out, and I've been in a relationship where the man is not helping out completely. I have to do it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I would prefer the relationship where we're all in a household and he's helping out and he's the provider, or he not even provider. We're not even talking about money. We just mean like a leader.
Mm-hmm.
But now also in some cases, in general, now some women feel like you can have a conversation and you could tell, okay, this is not going. He's going to lead me into a brick wall. Seriously, like I'm not even women. Like I'm not saying all women is good, and you know what I mean. But some men is just like he doesn't have
You
the
don't
head
trust him.
on you.
Yeah.
Are you talking about in a relationship?
I mean, like, yeah.
So
we're
you
talking about
got
a relationship.
into a relationship with a man that you didn't vet properly that could lead you?
So yes, I was in a relationship with a man, and in the beginning, it felt like he had his head on strong.
Because they always make you
right,
think that.
everybody put on
Yeah.
their best smile in the
Mhm.
beginning,
Both sides.
but now
Hate
I
to-
suppose that everybody.
Hate to be
Yeah.
the bad guy. I
But let
think
me-
we kind of like blind ourselves, which I think both parties do that, male and female. We blind ourselves to red flags, like you said, and we be like, okay, this is fun, this is new,
That's
this
what
is
he was just
exciting,
saying.
and then it's like, all right, wait a minute now. I
Deep
see
down, you knew that nigga wasn't shit.
I mean,
You knew
I
he wasn't
know.
shit.
Because think about it, that's like
I
when
don't
guys
know
meeting
that.
a girl
Come on
and she's
now.
cooking,
Not
she's
in the
cleaning,
very
she's doing
beginning.
what she's supposed to do. She's
Not in
working,
the very beginning.
and then let's
I
just say
don't-
I get lazy and I be like, I don't want to do.
Yeah,
You'll be like,
exactly.
in the beginning,
No,
that's
not
what
in
I
the
mean.
very
You can't
beginning.
say it's
I'm
always
gonna
red
have to disagree
flag.
with you on that one,
No,
Twig,
no,
because
I don't
Think
agree
about
with
it.
that.
Everybody always.
I
I'm
like
not saying
you.
everybody, but you
So
put
I'm
on your
overlooking
best
everything.
foot.
No, that's not
Hold
true.
on, y'all. Hold on,
Wait,
y'all. One more
wait,
time.
I don't know.
I'm
I can't
sorry.
speak for everybody.
What
else.
I'm saying
but
is
that's
you put
not
your
true.
Go ahead.
With me, that's not true. I'm going to see a red flag because I want to see one. That's the difference between me and everybody else. I want to see one.
Wait,
But what
you
if this
want to
person
see
is
it?
I wanna
actually
see.
hiding their red flag?
Show
really
me.
Good.
That's
Show
what I
you.
just said.
But
They
why the hell
hide
would I
it.
show you my red flag if I'm trying to get you?
No, what did you just say? You
I
said
said-
that we're
You said
missing
we see
them.
it and we acting
We're
like we don't
missing
see
them.
it.
That's what you
No.
said. And
Sometimes we do because I like
We're not
that
saying
person.
that.
when I said for me, I look for them. I look for the red
Oh,
flag.
you look
And
for the-
that's
okay,
how
okay,
you
I
know
see
they
what you're saying.
hide the motherfuckers.
Everybody.
They hide
Nobody,
them.
Yeah.
nobody
That-
wants
so-
their flaws
so-
on
So
display.
you don't hide
That's
yours?
all I'm saying.
You don't hide yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to say nobody wants their flaws on display now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Just to
Absolutely.
stick,
Listen, y'all gotta listen.
back to the topic because I know we could go all over
Yeah,
the place
we
with this
went.
topic.
Yeah.
I do want to get the fellas real quick. Ace, who or what do you think is setting black
Setting us
people back?
back?
Yeah.
I might have to agree with her right here. It's the government. Knowledge is cool, and in the black community, we gotta work twice as hard as anybody else to succeed. So you can have all the knowledge in the world and it still not take you nowhere. You know what I mean? You gotta know it's about connections and knowing the right people, and the right people sometimes is dumb people. You know what I mean? The
Right.
government, the white people. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's tough. I even hear sometimes like the successful people in the black community, is the ones that they let through to make it seem like you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Like some of us can make it.
Like the average person
They
can
be
do
having
this.
a sheet. Add this one black nigga to the office.
Exactly. So, but then I also agree with you that if we supported each other the way they support each other, that we could overcome these obstacles that they put in front of us.
I agree.
One thing I would like to even say to both of y'all when it comes to that, yeah, we need to help each other. I agree with that 1,000%. But you can't expect somebody to pull you up if you're not holding it in. A lot of us be sitting here, oh, you my mans. I went to school with you and da-da-da. Oh, you doing this. I should be going in there free. You know, or I should be getting your merch for free, or I should be in that spot for free. Yeah. You gotta you gotta bring something. If I'm on this shit or doing audio and I'm talking on a podcast, learn how to work a camera.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Learn how to edit something or do something where we all can benefit. I'm not gonna be pulling up a nigga that's gonna be holding me back. So we got to think about that part too. A lot of people
feel entitled just
like
I mean, you said second grade, pre-K, all of that. Why? I mean, you making money. Why you ain't put me on?
And stop pulling down the people that's closest to you, man. When we started doing this podcast, they can tell you that the people that support us the most be people we didn't know. You know what I mean?
Y'all never heard that? Like the people closest to you, they be the ones that you're not gonna make it. They put their fears on you.
Like, right? Exactly.
I don't think. Why you think you're gonna be at this? Why you think? Listen.
I think. What about you? I think when I thought about this topic initially, I know what you said about the government. That is also true, but I was thinking about things like Shade Room, like Baller Alert, like the media, like you know what I mean, because they have this portrayal of, you know, they profit off the negative, you know, aspects of our culture the most. You know what I mean? They're the ones that's pushing that negativity. How many times we went on Shade Room and, oh, this person got a divorce, that person got a divorce, and everybody in the comments, yeah, that's why I'm never getting married if they can't make it. You know what I mean? And you know, I think about the media because the media, you know, has an influence on whether it's the youth, whether it's adults. So you know what I mean? They all have an influence, and I think that constant negativity pushed in our community, that toxic shit is unfortunately all we know. That's all we see. And another conversation I had with you is, you know, the hip hop music, honestly, I think is setting us back because, you know, I was talking to Wolf and, you know, the difference is back in the day, the music was way more different. The instrumentation was different. What they talked about was much more uplifting and much more, you know, we wanted to have that camaraderie with each other.
Back in the day, when?
We talking about like jazz music, blues music, soul
music for sure.
No, I'm making a comparison.
Think about the 90s.
Listen to comprehend. Listen to comprehend. You know what I mean? So
I am listening to comprehend. I want to know what you're talking about. Like what?
No, think about the
what
90s
decade are you
love
talking about?
music. Love, come, I want to.
They had gun music in the night. Tupac was out talking about NWA. All these people was talking about violence
before
too.
then.
Can I finish my point?
Let him
again, there was a song that I sent. It was like maybe in the 60s, 50s. The music was the lyrics was much more different. It was much more uplifting. Like you get what I'm saying. Then we get to a point in hip hop where the lyrics did start. It went from on some Black Power shit to like, yo, now I'm gonna kill the ops and all this other shit. Like you get what I'm saying. So even when, you know, I'm not part of the Caribbean, you know, obviously community, but even when I look at their music and even how, you know, some forms of the music is very sexual, and now you got kids talking about I got a penis for your vagina. Now that might lead to a culture of, you know, unprotected sex and just sexualizing of women and men and things of that nature. Again, that is their culture, but we can't act like Bob Marley wasn't talking about some, you know, he was on that peaceful shit, and then you got the reggae, you know, all this dance hall music, and which is much more sexualized than it was, you know, before and stuff like that. Like I said, just small nuances, but when I look at the music now, ain't none of it is inspirational. Even the R&B music, we was talking about loving a woman, now we just talking about fucking a woman, like, you know.
Love and all of now it's like love, but you gonna suck my pussy from the back and you gonna eat ass too. Even with the even like what Trey Songz is on I'm gonna suck your ass from the back.
I don't agree with that, bro.
No, I agree with it. It's an agenda being pushed onto our young people. Yes, it is.
Tank had a great quote, and he said that, you know, I can't remember the quote verbatim, but he was talking about love, and he was like, yo, they fear the love in the Black community, like, you know what I'm saying? And he was just talking about how hip hop music has just been such. It went from love, you know, being about love making music, to now it's just like, I just want to fuck you. Like, and this bitch, I just took this bitch this nigga was talking shit, I took his bitch, and what all this stuff. Not all of the music, because, you know, Keem might disagree, but we can't act like that music is not setting us back.
Why do you disagree, though? What's your
hardly disagree.
He's like, and I'm into music, so yeah.
I don't think music is impacting the community as much as y'all think it is. Man.
What?
Are you serious?
I don't, because
Why do you feel like that? What?
I
what-
grew up on the same music that he talking about.
Right.
You grew up on the same music that you
did.
talking about, and we ain't.
The
it's
exception,
just
that's
the
a-
exception
that's a
to the rule
small
doesn't make it.
percentage.
But I was
Yeah.
about to say- I was
We're
about to
exceptions
say
to the
that.
rule.
We
Our
can be
our
considered.
generation was not
we
like
can,
this generation.
We can be considered exceptions to the rule.
It's getting worse,
No,
bro,
no.
as you
Yes,
see.
it is.
This
But-
shit is like spreading like wildfire, bro. Like,
Bro,
it ain't
your
gonna-
favorite rapper is who, bro?
50.
Okay, what the 50
50?
rapper about?
Huh?
What the 50 rapper about?
Violence. That was his violence. You know what I'm
It's the
saying? I made
same
a
shit
choice.
that they talking about now.
Yeah, and I grew up with niggas. And I grew up around a whole bunch of violent niggas. I just chose a different path. And I,
Right.
look. And just like,
Right,
yo,
you made your choice.
And what I'm saying is, you could be in a room with 15 people fucking, and you could be like, oh, I'm not even into this. I'm out.
Mhm.
But it could be 14 other motherfuckers still fucking. So the vast...
Right, and you saying the exception. I'm saying out of the people you know that also grew up listening to 50.
What you got to understand, music is a frequency.
Mhm.
Yo, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break even down. Like, when war was happening back in 19 whatever, you get niggas beat drums to tune and motivate the pace of your heart. You listen to movies. They use violins to control your mind, your heart, your body. It makes suspense. It makes you scared. It makes you nervous.
Yes.
It's certain noises that makes you feel like you're being loved.
Yes.
So now when they add words to
No,
it,
no.
no, they, now
That's
they're adding words to it
Mm-hmm.
for you to really join in with what the fuck they're telling you. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a fucking chant. That's why they got demonic shit.
Listen to
yo, bro, they're just literally
Uzi.
manipulating you.
Listen to a little Uzi. What
Yeah.
the fuck is he saying?
We were really saying all my friends are dead.
Yeah.
You don't know what
Yeah.
devil we just brought in our crib. We
Nah,
like,
that's true.
we out here hip hop. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
But I'm happy he brought up the frequency thing. Because they really put that in the music.
So let me
certain type of
flip that to
frequencies.
the other side now.
Okay.
White people music, right? You ever listen to rock?
Yeah,
They
listen. They literally
rock is riot music.
Yes,
Yes,
they
Right.
beat
that's
each other
demonic.
asses.
You ever
They
seen
wanna
the videos
do.
where they fight
You
each
never-
other?
You ever heard of a
Videos like
mosh
that?
pit, my boy?
Yeah.
No, I never heard that shit.
Oh,
That's
see?
rockstar shit. Yeah. Rockstar shit did
You
very
never seen them
demonic.
beating each other up?
Yeah.
Niggas rocking their heads,
They
banging their
promote
heads.
I seen
drug
that.
usage and staying up all
The
night
nigga tell their
and
moms there
all
hate
sorts
them.
of stuff.
I'll give you another example. The reason why.
But that same shit happened at black concerts, bro.
And look, I'm gonna use the black people. NWA was a big popular group, right?
Okay.
Their music was affecting the black community at one point, right?
Okay.
And it got to an outrage when it was affecting them white kids buying the motherfucking albums. And that's when they started being feeling a certain type of way and want to talk about how they want to take them off shelf. And then they kept they asses on our side, poisoning our community. We were talking about killing the police and all this other shit. So their kids started saying it, then it was a bigger issue.
Yeah.
I would do some more research on that.
You have to. And especially when he started talking about the frequencies, because they still do it in the music today.
Yeah,
To make
it's
a
pushed
you
more
haven't
now
seen you
for
all
that.
seen Clone Tyrone.
I was gonna say that. Yeah,
I
I
Yeah.
haven't
You
seen
saw-
it. Is
Yeah.
it good?
It's a
Yeah.
phenomenal.
It's a good movie.
Yes, it's an eye opener.
It's like
Definitely.
a huge eye opener.
But explain that scene in the movie. You know what scene I'm talking about.
The scene where they went down there and they saw all the people going crazy.
They had different music,
Or the one when they was at the club and they was like, "Yeah, we about to play something
Oh,
round
yeah.
and
Yeah,
round."
yeah.
And
Oh,
they
yeah,
started
they
going
played
round
like music,
and
yeah.
round and round. And then he said, "Yeah," and he
mantra.
said something, and he had them chase them out of the club. So we're being controlled from music. That's it, straight up. Period. That is a fact. Now, you can do your research on it.
I'm not even
and
sure.
you're gonna see,
But
but it's a fact. It's
I
true.
believe even Elvis or one of these other dudes from rock and roll, they had a song. If you played it backwards, it was saying "I am the devil" or some shit like that.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Elvis.
So there's a lot
Oh,
of
it was
crazy
Elvis?
shit that they
I
was
didn't
out
know
here.
that.
Music.
Yeah. So
Listen, let me. That was a phenomenal topic. I'm like, everybody explained themselves, you know what I mean, in a
Yeah.
masculine way. Let me get to this next topic, right? Why do you? I see this all the time, right? Why do you think people seem to be more vocal about banning podcasts than they are about banning the music? Because Wolf can explain that we see these comments all the time. Like, oh, they need to ban microphones away from podcasts. Like, da, 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 da. I'm like,
No,
God
we say the
damn, like,
men.
well, all right, well, same shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So why do you think people are more vocal about the banning?
shout out to you being directly honest.
Yeah.
Too, you know what I'm saying?
So why do you think people are more vocal? Why do you think the women are
No,
more vocal about
We're
the
more
banning
vocal
of the
because I
podcast?
feel like you guys are more like vulgar and nasty when it comes to women on these podcasts, and you're like very disrespectful when it comes to us. So we don't like it.
But y'all be supporting the NBA young boys that be disrespectful to women. Y'all be choking your ass to it. Like,
Oh, I don't.
Some people be supporting.
okay,
So,
but
do y'all find? All right,
Yeah.
y'all say we disrespectful, right?
Very much.
What would be an example of disrespect that you refer to?
All right, disrespectful as far as you're saying, oh, because these bitches, all these bitches just want money and they want this and they want that. Well, what kind of bitches was you into? Because these is not all women. I'm sorry.
Okay.
These are not all women.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, oh, these bitches, they want money. And they want this and they want that. They want you to have a car and they want to... What bitches are you into? Okay, that's the basic. We want you to have, what is this? Transportations and the basic shit. But
so y'all do want to have a car.
You don't have to have a car, but have a
trans-
job.
This day
have
and
a
age,
job.
yeah, you
Like,
need
it
some type of
doesn't
way to
have
get
to be
around.
just basically
Let's be
have
real.
so he wasn't lying when he said
he wasn't
that.
lying.
Have something going.
Let
But
me
we
say
can
this.
To have the basics?
Let me say this.
So, but he wasn't okay. So he was saying about
So
the
what do
basics.
you expect the woman to
So what he
have?
said is true.
No.
as far as what?
That y'all wanted to have.
money?
No, but my thing is, but
No.
you're
Y'all
mad.
want to have some kind of money.
No. But
Car.
you're mad about it. And
Oh,
you're
you're
mad,
mad
not
about it?
you.
Oh, okay.
But in general, the men podcasters.
Okay.
Like, you're mad about that. And these bitches are this and they're here for
You
your
know what
money.
I really
and you don't
believe
even
too?
have a coin
So let me
to
let me
have.
say
You
like
You don't
that.
even have
They
a
be going in
coin.
with
Let me-
they
and you're
bitches.
talking about,
They
Let
be-
me ask you a question.
this bitch
No, you
want
know
my
what it
money.
really
Well, I don't
is?
want your nickel,
You know what it
bitch.
really
That's
is?
secluded
The
to
guys
certain
want us
podcasters.
to accept the bare
And-
minimum.
Yes, and that's
That's what it
fucked
really
up.
is.
Let me ask you a question.
Now that's that. What?
Let me ask you a question. What group of women is he referring to when he talking about
Black, always.
black women?
When you
Absolutely.
say
Alright.
women want money, that's what we talking about, right?
They
Right.
ain't talking about
All
nobody
women want
else.
money.
You know why they ain't talking about nobody else? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Mm.
Because honestly, how I feel
Mhm.
is it's only the black people is always talking about women being provided for. Literally. It's no fucking other.
That's incorrect.
Who?
That's 100%
Who
incorrect.
else?
Listen, I'm gonna have to call this out because I'm tired of women saying this.
Who
Wait,
else?
hold on.
Look it up.
I can name some podcasts right now.
Look it up.
I can name some podcasts with way bigger followings than any black creator. Look up the whatever podcast, 4 million.
No, I'm telling
listen,
you to look it up.
no.
Let me say this.
Hold
I happen to
on.
agree
Hold
with
on.
him.
I have to
I'ma
dispel
tell you
this.
what.
What's your statement?
Wait,
Wait, you
I'm
chill.
trying.
Let him talk.
I'm trying.
You gotta let him talk.
I'm loud.
I'm trying.
I'm trying.
There's this
Damn.
misconception that is only black men that are having these conversations or are frustrated with their women. It's absolutely 100% false. I've seen white men with way larger podcast numbers than any black content creator
There's
talking about
Asian
the
men.
same talking points,
Okay.
talking about the 50-50 shit, talking about women ain't this, that, and the third, have the same outlets. So the thing is, these women don't be in those fields to understand what's going on. All y'all do is follow the shade room, baller alert. Y'all don't know what the fuck
that's
other.
not true.
Y'all don't know what's going on in these other communities because they are having these same exact conversations.
saying
And I
other
can name.
races-
No.
Other races.
Y'all better go
They
listen
have
to them.
these-
Y'all
I
better go
will-
listen to them.
Traditionally,
The manosphere itself, the concept of the manosphere, the red pill, started with white men.
people,
White men have created that space.
Yeah.
And it's just black men have the last couple of years started to get into that. But this is something that's been going on. What's that white nigga that was on the radio back in the day that was just
I can't
saying,
remember his name.
yeah, Howard Stern was
There's
doing all
another
this
one.
shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this has been going on. It's just black men have recently
in
had have a
America?
voice.
I think we
in
fuck
America,
up at
yes.
Oh, in America.
Period, is that first of all we leave
What's
negative
that?
So where you
mindsets
live?
on everything for the most part.
Exactly. In
Everything-
Y'all
America.
gotta let other people
Hold
talk.
on one time, y'all.
All
One
this,
time.
I'm sorry,
what
y'all.
he said and what you said, I think it stems from a negative mindset. So you get what you put into it, from not all the time, but most of the time, right? And I'm happen to agree with you as far as the whites and the other cultures and stuff like that, because realistically, I can't run my household how you run your household. We are two different cultures, but we set our sights to be like the Joneses, the other half, when in reality, that's not it for us. That would never, ever work for us. This is why we fail so much when it comes to living life or doing different things, because we always try to stick with a societal way of living and thinking, and that's not for us.
But whose societal way?
Whites.
White societal way?
Yes.
Or other countries?
Because whites.
Other white countries.
I'm talking about for America, because I don't know about
no,
other countries.
that's what I'm talking about. As far as blacks and Americans, the men, 50-50.
We live in a Western society where we have feminism running rampant.
And which is okay.
None of
with
these
me.
other countries got that. Like
Got what?
feminism running rampant. None of these other women is trying to compete with their man, talking about they just as strong as a man. They don't need a
But
man.
it goes
They're not
back
doing
to
none of
what they
that.
push
They're not
the
doing none
But
of
this
that.
is what.
of
But
them.
not all women try to compete with their men.
No,
Some
not
women.
at all.
It's
I
a
want
very
you to
great
run
percentage.
the
Very large,
household.
is a very large.
Can I ask
percentage.
y'all ladies a question? Because
Go ahead,
y'all
sure.
like to speak on how men are so vocal and we're saying all this. Where was this, or did you guys have the same energy when women was just calling us gay on national TV? Men ain't shit. Black men cheat all forever.
Yeah,
Black men ain't
TV
never
shows.
home. They don't take care of their fucking kids. They are thugs. They belong in jail. Where was all this, this energy from the women that, because we were getting shit on for years. And we had to sit there. We didn't have a platform to voice ourselves.
And we didn't say take they mic.
And then did we say, oh, shut them bitches up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't do it.
Yes, y'all did. Y'all got podcasts and said, "Shut up, bitch."
You talking about recent?
50
You talking about
years
over 30?
later.
Oh,
You talking
50?
about?
I'm saying women been controlling the narrative of
Yes,
black
daytime
men
television,
for over decades.
movies.
And we still never
Again,
said shut
it
up, bitch.
stems back
We
to
still
the
ain't say
government.
that. We still ain't say
It stems
that.
back to
I
the
keep
government
saying
and the
women and
media.
men. Not everybody is like that.
That's
We're
not
not all
saying
like
everybody.
that.
Not
I
saying
didn't say all
But-
men will get
okay.
all
But
men
he
is
said
gonna
the
be.
greater majority.
But did you have a
But
problem? But did you have a
some
problem?
men don't.
But did you have a problem when what he was saying? All these talk shows is out shitting on men. Did y'all have a problem with that? Nobody had a problem with that. Y'all was tuned in.
Where were the
Yeah.
women
So-
saying,
No,
I got
but
a good
listen.
one at home? Where they was at?
No,
You
but
get what I'm
it
saying?
is some women that be like, not all, like when girls be like, y'all can't depend on y'all man. Some girls be like, y'all can
Yeah,
depend on mine.
exactly.
Depend on mine.
I don't
But-
know
but-
what type of
but
guy
what-
goes
Yeah.
back.
But what we're trying to say is, for decades,
Mm.
daytime television have pandered to women, and I'm not even saying specifically black women, just women in general. They have pandered to their feelings by saying, "Oh, niggas ain't shit. Oh, girl, if
This
your man
is the
cheated on you,
narrative.
like
Now,
that."
I will
pushing.
You know what I'm
say
saying?
this.
Exactly.
I
What I
do
mean
feel
by
like
that.
men, we need to uplift y'all and love y'all a little more. I will say this
A
because I feel no for real, because
Hey,
I feel
I
like
got some making up to do. Man.
Nah, I do appreciate you
no,
saying that.
I really
appreciate
feel
you
like
saying
they
that.
really like men. They treat men like shit, especially black men. It'd be like this is why we don't have a lot of them in the household because it's like they kill y'all, they put y'all in jail, they do this, they ain't shit, they this, and it's really men who are good men, but we
Yeah.
don't appreciate. Sometimes women don't appreciate a good
Yeah.
man. Because we are used to, this is when it goes back to, we so used to doing it by ourselves and all that. So when a good man come, you almost scared to really give him all your love because it's like, what if I give him my love and he leave or he
That trauma.
yeah, it's like we scared, but we want to love y'all. Trust me, it's women who would love to worship the ground you walk on and everything. But we so used to doing it by ourselves and having other people break women down, and we be looking like, well, where's our men that we the same way y'all want us to uplift y'all, we want y'all to uplift us too.
That's fair. I appreciate
Am
it.
I Tyree's voice?
Not my Tyrese.
Because I really need to know.
Not the Tyrese the envy. I
yo,
hope not that one.
not that one.
'Cause
But
he was wildin', but go ahead.
more like what more do you want from me? Because I want to know, as a black man, what can we do to make you women feel more comfortable with us leading you? You get what I'm saying? Because we get to this
Be
point.
honest.
Yep. But look, and I agree with you, right? We
That's
should be
one of the
honest,
main
right?
ones.
Look, I'm not negating that, right? But women say, and I've heard a lot of black women say that they feel more comfortable with other groups of men, whatever color or shade they are, rather than us. But these white motherfuckers ain't honest. Them Spanish motherfuckers ain't honest. But we have to, and we should be honest. I'm not saying that, but we're not held to the same standard that they are from our women.
Why would you be? We're not into them. We're into you.
No, but y'all listening to when I just heard a black woman say recently, dating a white man is crazy for me because he really makes me wake up 5 a.m. to go to the gym. And she was like, in my last relationship, I would never. So saying her experience with a black man, she would never listen to him. He couldn't make her go to the gym. But now this being in a relationship with this white man, she feels like she has to do it because she don't want to lose him. But if she would have did that for that man, imagine how
Because I
successful that
want
relationship would
him
have
and
been.
I don't feel like you're worthy. I don't feel like you're worthy and I want him and I don't feel like you can
Let me
leave
say
and he
something.
can.
When a woman loves you and she sees a future with you, she will submit and be
Period.
submissive.
But why don't y'all see that in black men and y'all can see this in other
we
groups
do
of men?
see.
Men, period.
No. This is men in general.
Yeah.
Like everything that you say. Not all people feel like black men don't do it for
Yeah.
us. It's you can love black men, Spanish man, Puerto Rican man, a white man, whatever it is that you love. But it goes to now. This white man probably said, "Listen, I want you to have a healthier life. We're gonna get up. We're gonna build your future. We're gonna do. I'm sorry.
No.
But we're gonna. And she feels like, this man is actually trying to help me better my life. So now I want to get up with him. I want to try something different. The black guy probably said, I don't care if you get up. Bitch, I'm going to sell drugs. I'm going to do whatever. I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to do whatever. I stopped myself.
I think we have
white motherfuckers selling drugs too. They selling cocaine.
I'm just saying, maybe the black guy didn't really do it for as far as push her. That's what I'm trying to
get. It's because the level of trauma and the not having that black father figure growing up, and we're in a white society where white men are put on these pedestals, so black women and women of other races feel like they have to compete. That white man is worthy of them, so they have to compete for that white man. It's a fact. I'm not even
going to only say white man. What I really want to say is sometimes women hold men with money.
All these white niggas don't got money.
Hey, bro,
I've seen black black women with white niggas that's riding city bikes with fucking 5 roommates. They give him a chance. They give him a chance, but the black nigga, he a bum ass nigga. Like, this is real shit.
Some women, what you're saying when you like, oh, the white guy, she's kind of women, not all the time. They will hold men with money of higher value. Like, no, I'm gonna behave more. I'm gonna listen more. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do more because he haven't. But that's something that she's trying to get. Right. Not all women feel like white. Not to say it like that, but I don't want to date no white man. I don't care if you broke, if you rich or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? That doesn't do it for me. But if it's a man, whether you black, whether you Spanish, or if you pushing me and you making me feel like, I would be like, I'm gonna take a chance with him. Now, my other guy who probably was black didn't do this for me. Just go back to being, if I feel like you got a shoulder on your head and you level head and you
so basically me to do what you're saying is every situation is peculiar to that particular person.
As far as what?
Like with relationships, or you want to be in a relationship or whatever. So it's not secluded to just like one particular race is what you're saying.
I'm not saying race, I'm just saying men.
Oh, just men in general.
Because I feel like if you can be whatever race, black, this, if I feel like this is the man who's gonna push me. We could build something. We could go far. He got my back. I got his back. We could do it. I don't care what race you is.
But why the hell you can't push yourself? Not you in particular, but like
we talking about a man being in a household and being with you in a relationship. That's what we talking about. A relationship.
I think these conversations boil down to I think men and women need to listen to each other because we all have experiences with one another. You know what I mean? Traumas with one another.
Comprehended as well.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? So what you said about your experiences with whatever the case is, we want to be able to listen to you, and then I want y'all to, without rolling your eyes or sucking your teeth, be able to listen to us because men, especially black men, we do have our fair share of experiences with black women that do paint our narrative about black women, like just how black women have the same thing. But I do think it's a bit disingenuous. Like we don't condone any disrespect, especially with these other men podcasts. But I think we do need to have spaces for men to have their own platforms to actually be able to speak about certain issues. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying in a disrespectful manner, you know what I mean? But in a way where other people could resonate, because there's a reason why men seem to gravitate towards these podcasts, because they have probably experienced shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They can relate to the content. If the content is relatable, people are going to listen to it. Like, you get what I'm saying? I've seen these divested women. I don't know if y'all know about divestors. But anyways, women that want to
say you should have.
They say some of the most horrendous things about black men and in pursuit of white men. They say, girl, don't get with no black man. Get your white man. They dusty. They deserve to die. I could send y'all, after this show, I could let y'all listen to a Clubhouse group chat with nothing but black women talking about their appreciation for white men and black men should die. I'm going to play it for y'all.
That's all black women that was scorned.
Yeah, that's what it is. I feel like I feel like they're upset more so because black men, they do it the most. Black men, they be like, oh, white women, y'all hold them on like a pedestal more so. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all hold them on a pedestal. Y'all feel like they're better than black women. You know what I'm saying? So,
I do believe there's a percentage of men that,
that probably do agree with that. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Yeah.
Us personally.
Other races in general. Because some black men love Spanish girls.
Absolutely, you're right.
I think the misconception on that is because a lot of those women were raised to be wives. And I said this before on the show, like they whole life, their parents are raising them to then value a husband and follow his leadership.
Yeah. That's true. I could
I feel like they're bitter.
The women are raised to be independent.
The black women who's saying that about black men, because I feel like most black women, we want to be with our men.
Yeah,
fuck
I don't want no other race.
I'm telling you.
I don't know how many times
we want to be with our men. We're just upset that y'all don't love us. That's what it is. Y'all don't love us.
How often you hear a woman say, I don't need a nigga, or I could do it by myself?
I wouldn't say we don't love you. I feel like
that's what we feel like. Y'all don't stand up for us for nothing.
Well, even if men are dying out here defending black women?
Yeah.
Who? Black men?
Yes.
Who?
There was an incident
recently.
Because it's way more white. It's way more black women that's taking backlash and who, sir?
I thought you was about to say it's way more white men protecting black women. We about to end this show right now.
No, I know she looked at me like, bitch.
Are you really?
I can tell you,
absolutely not. I'm sorry.
There was one scenario.
Please don't edit that to make me say white man. I didn't say white man. I said black man.
We don't do that here. We don't do that.
I said black man. Okay.
I could give you guys one scenario where a woman who was married, I don't know her name, she was married. She called her brothers because the man that she was dating found out she was married and he broke up with her. She got so mad at him, she told her brothers that he hit her. The brothers then went to go protect her honor because they thought she was hit or beat. And they went, one of the brothers wound up getting killed because the man defended himself.
That football players?
I
think that was on the news, wasn't it?
That's 4 black men going to protect a woman that they thought was getting hit.
Right.
You lying bitch.
And now one of them's dead, one of them's going to jail.
2 of them died.
You know, 2 of them died.
And the other guys is going to jail, y'all.
It's been numerous situations where black men stepped in and lost their lives. And the recent situation in the parking lot where the man stepped in and he got killed.
No, which is cool.
Let me ask you a question though. Sure. Who do you think should be protecting these black women?
Black men.
Any random black man walking on the street?
Absolutely. Because you know why?
That's dangerous.
Why not?
What? That's dangerous.
No, because if y'all think about it, because
I just want to say this. Can I say that you wildin'? Because that's dangerous as fuck.
Can I talk?
In today's society,
because
like, girl,
why not?
Hold on, y'all.
Because my thing is, why not? Because if you look at the average people who get into, like, if it's a Spanish person, Spanish girl who get into it with something, Spanish people want to stand for Spanish people.
They do stick together.
Period.
That's what you think.
That's what you think.
No, that's not.
What you think.
Anytime I see some Spanish people getting into it with some other Spanish people, they standing. They don't care.
Amongst another group of people.
Yes.
But not amongst their own people.
Black people don't stand up for each other.
You see that example?
And that's just it.
I think sometimes we're disingenuous about this conversation because, again, our community, we love to put other people other races on a pedestal.
It's not about a pedestal.
Spanish women will tell you the same thing, that they don't feel protected.
What did we speak about from before? We don't stand up for each other.
But other cultures don't do it either. You so quick to be like, well, Spanish people do it. No, they don't.
So what
they only protect their family.
They family. Our culture
I understand what you're saying.
They protect their family, not protecting their strangers.
But then every culture is backlash, is bullshit.
Because that's like when you go in them Jewish areas, they stick together.
Thank you. All of the people stick together.
They have a community. You're talking about people that have a community and have a neighborhood watch.
Y'all still wrong. They're protecting each other amongst another group of people.
Yes.
Amongst their own people, they will not be the same way because this is where we're getting misconstrued. Because if as a black person, if we seen when, and this is a great example, when the white police officer does something to a black person, we unite.
Mm-hmm. We just pull out our phones and record.
But we don't.
Yeah, we do.
There's been marches. I'm not saying that we change anything, but just like if something happened in another community, they then form an alliance and then go against the other community. But amongst in their own shit, they got their own shit going on where they not. I'm only obligated. Well, my point is, I'm only obligated to protect my lady and my children, my mother and my sister.
We was literally just talking about that from before. This is why black people are held back.
If you think Jose, John, Brad is gonna fucking protect any random woman and not care about prioritize his family, you're bugging.
But you know what? Sometimes people do that. They say
and they lose their lives. We just gave an example of a black man protecting a stranger and lost his life.
So we say this in the beginning of black people don't stick together. We don't protect each other. And we come to this.
And that's why women need to find a good man that's gonna protect her.
And this is why we need.
No, that's it. Just the man that we have.
The solution is,
or your daddy, your brother, your uncle, your cousins. Those men.
Because honestly, I feel like black women, they step to the front of the line to protect black men.
Stop
Yes, we do. We are the ones who really.
Just because y'all go and protest don't mean y'all step to the front. That's not the same thing. Ain't no black woman ever stepped in front of a black man like that. No, because what I'm saying.
You just said marches and then you gonna say that about protest.
No, because I think sometimes black women be like, oh, we defend black men. Hold on real quick. Hold on. No,
y'all talking about on
don't.
social media and protesting.
Yes.
We
No,
talking
that's what we do. When do y'all ever? Y'all had Dr.
The same-
on y'all show. Y'all
the same way you was talking about how when white officers is abusing black men, what y'all doing? Y'all the ones
Y'all
pulling
the
y'all
one
phone
recording.
out. Y'all's the one recording.
Who?
Black women.
So you think black women out here stepping in between shit? Get the
You
fuck
think black
outta
women out here
Like, you know what I'm
stepping in
saying?
between?
Like,
I mean, we can't
See,
step
y'all doing a
in
lot
between
of
because y'all
doing a
men
lot
at the end
of
of the
clustering,
day.
and y'all making
So
this
we
more
can't do
general
that.
than not.
no, because we have to
It's-
be specific. When black women say this, what are they defending black men from? Give me an example.
I mean, it's not about. It's
Give
not
me
it's
Give
not-
me an example.
Okay, it's not defending.
Y'all
It's more
too.
like putting it into the front, putting it on the news.
Give me
like,
an
hey,
example. When you say y'all
we're
to
trying to get you
protect.
justice. That's it.
You can't cheat on
Okay?
no-
He already
Because
died.
what else could we
He's gonna
do?
pick up
We're
on
not
the
a man.
All right.
We're not a man.
But at the end of the day,
Oh, hold on. We having a lot of side conversations. I don't know why, but
Sorry.
yeah.
at the end of the day, every man got a family to protect. So him risking his life to protect a random woman on the street.
All right, so that's what's holding black people back. Everybody just worrying about themselves.
No, what's holding
Correct.
black?
Who said that?
What's holding black people
One of
back
y'all
is
said
the
that?
lack of community. That's what's holding black people back. The lack of community, the lack of nuclear families. That's what's holding us back.
Like I said from the beginning.
Yes, we need.
Just black people.
If we start building more communities,
That's it.
more nuclear families, we would have that protection for our women and for ourselves. Like that's it. That's the
I
solution.
mean, well, we tried in the government. They crashed it down. They burned it down.
So that
It
mean
is what
don't
it
that mean
is.
don't try again.
That,
All right, I think
absolutely.
this topic we agree to disagree.
That means don't try again, because if you try it again, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah, I don't know about all of that.
I don't
like
know
I'm
about that,
saying, like, yeah.
I
don't know about all that.
You
you
don't
know
know about all of
We
that?
gotta stop blaming. We gotta stop
I
blaming.
understand what you're saying about stop blaming.
Yo, hold on. Can we stop with this side? I'm sorry. Y'all keep having those
Not
side
me.
conversations.
Damn, the best like that.
Right. I'm sorry, I was just
not
asking.
sticking together. You see,
It's supposed to be all for one. and
Black
one
men trying to
for
get some
all.
respect up here. We having side conversations and
Not
shit.
me, 'cause
Like,
you
you know
look
what I'm
at me
saying?
like, I said, no, not
let
me.
me get to this next topic, right?
Yeah.
What ethnic group of men do you think receives the most hate and slander when it comes to the dating scene?
Black
Like
men.
this
This
is
is
like
like literally
Black
back
men?
to
Yeah,
the
we know
other
that black
conversation.
Black men.
Just keep it at a.
So that's just universal.
Gotta go.
We all in agreement. Black men.
Yeah, black men.
Yeah,
That's
we
just.
get that.
I seen people say Asian men, so I was like, all right, maybe Asian men. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
I mean, they do get a lot of hate and slander. I ain't gonna
They
hold you.
do.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
I gotta look
know.
into that.
They
I
say
gotta read
they
into
not
it.
they not masculine
They're
enough.
not.
They don't have a they
Oh,
got
wow, I
smaller.
can
You know
see
what
No,
I
I
mean?
was.
Like,
Oh,
they
see,
not
I was about to
packing.
say that because I didn't want you to go.
I mean-
So you come across a big one.
technically on they said the stats on the stats on dating apps is that black women
Hold on, y'all. One at
black
a
women
time.
and Asian men on dating apps do receive the least amount of attention with other the opposite
Yeah,
sex
I've
and stuff
never
like that.
Yeah,
So
I've heard that.
yeah. All right, so let me get to this next
Have no
one. Like,
desire.
should you date if you are celibate?
No.
No.
Why you
Girl,
celebrate? What you doing?
Thinking.
That's
I
natural
mean,
to release.
So I can't talk to nobody and go on dates if I'm not fucking you.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Basically.
What 2J said? True.
But kinda, what you going on a date for?
But you might take me
Nah,
out of
damn.
my celibacy.
No, eventually. It don't have to be the same
You
day.
can be the one that make me feel like, okay, I don't want to be celibate no more. Like, what's wrong with
It
that?
depends on the purpose why you being celibate, I feel.
Yeah.
True, to an extent, because basically you saying, no, if I'm talking to you, if I'm dating you, I gotta fuck you. I don't gotta fuck every person that I go on a date with.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It don't gotta be the same day, but eventually, everybody know once you start dating, it's like the
I don't
man.
have to
I want
fuck you.
some pussy.
So
I don't care what you want.
So let me ask you:
Right,
should
absolutely.
a man be dating if he broke?
No.
Now he can date.
Absolutely not.
Yes, you could.
He
No, you
can?
can't.
Yes,
Online-
women date when we broke.
Online dating.
Okay.
It's,
You ain't paying for
it's
shit.
different.
I was about to say,
Shit,
our
so-
broke is different.
It's
That is
extremely
different.
different.
You
Even though it might seem biased,
I was
it's
gonna
very
say,
different.
no.
One at a
Let me
time,
tell-
y'all. One at a time, y'all. So we can hear y'all.
Yeah.
What's broke though? Because if you paying your rent,
Uh-huh.
you taking care of your child, you taking care of your responsibilities. That's not broke. Everybody broke is different. You could be broke
True.
like staying at your mother house, just sitting there waiting for somebody to give you weed money or something like that. Or you could be broke like I'm going to college, I'm working, I don't have money for extra stuff. I just
Right.
basic necessities.
Hmm.
Then all right, come on, let's build. I like that.
Yeah, why you can't date?
And then
Like
you know
I
the
said,
broke men got the best
women-
penis.
Oh,
that's
the fuck?
Oh,
another
man.
That's a
subject.
myth. That's a
And
goddamn
all in your
myth.
head.
Not really.
That is a myth.
Yeah, I was about to say what myth that is.
I don't know.
That's a
That's a
fucking
myth.
myth.
Put your back on shades again.
I mean, they would know. So do broke women have the best pussy? Like,
The toxic ones do.
Oh yeah, the top.
Eli would know. I mean,
Eli,
That's what we do.
Oh shit, that was a
Eli, do that.
Right.
Next topic. Now I'm joking.
That's why you feel that
He look like he blushing.
What do they?
I don't know about all of that. I can say that broke women, they do got some phenomenal bodies. All I'm gonna say.
Because they got to fuck to get something.
I mean, they might have it, but you know what I mean.
Right, it's a mission.
Maybe that's why that broke nigga fucking y'all good enough too, because he ain't got nowhere to stay tonight.
Oh no,
That's
bitch, you
true.
got the wrong.
That's how people do. They fuck you good. They be like, it's getting cold. I gotta stay at her house.
Protect your apartment, ladies.
I would say when I was broke, I ain't pleasure every woman the best, so that's a lot.
Bitch, you gotta go.
I gotta get mine. You better get yours. You know what I'm saying?
I finished it, you.
Can you bring the mic closer?
Selfish and broke.
You win some, you
Unbelievable.
lose some, but you live to fight another.
So
day.
y'all saying no to
That's like
dating.
that guy with that L. A win is a win.
A win is
At
a
this
win.
point, a win is a win.
So y'all saying if somebody is celibate, man or woman, they shouldn't be dating. Y'all said yeah. You
depends.
said yeah.
I think
I feel like
that
it
you can
depends.
still date.
All right.
I think it's a catch-20 with that because I mean, like she said, it's what you like. What is your celibacy about? I mean, so it all varies. I think from person to person, it varies.
Even deeper, do you announce it to the person? I think some
you
women
should.
feel like they don't have to tell you because that's their personal thing.
Yeah.
Should you announce that to the person?
You don't have
I'm not
to.
saying that to you.
Yeah, I'm not telling you.
It depends
So you
on
gonna
how
wait till a
fair.
nigga about to try to fuck
It
and be like, oh,
depends
by the way,
on
I'm
how
celibate.
You're not
Again,
gonna try to fuck because where
no,
we
you
going
could
to
try.
try to do that.
But that didn't. I never told you that I was. Let's just say I wasn't celibate. Who said I was doing that with you anyway?
Exactly.
But we was talking about honesty earlier, like you know what I'm saying, and I think honesty is the best policy.
Nobody's
like, you know what I'm
honest on
I
the
think
first couple
that-
of
But
days.
men must
know
be.
that.
No, not the first couple of days, but I think as you get deeper, depending on how far you're gonna get with that person, I think you should be honest. Like,
Now,
yeah,
if I feel like
took a
this
vow
is
celibacy
going
for whatever
somewhere,
reason.
I'm not telling
then it's
it.
like I'll tell you. But then again, if it's
Right.
going somewhere, then I want to give you some pussy.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's truly
Yeah,
unfair.
that's why I said it's a
Go with it.
catch-20 with it.
You got to give me the opportunity to say if I want to continue talking to you because I
That's a
might not
fact,
be
yeah.
interested
That's
in a
true.
celibate
That's
woman.
true.
And some
So
of these women be
you-
saying they
So then that mean
celibate
you just
and then they
interested
go
in some
outside and they
pussy.
celibate.
Right.
Yo.
You interested in some
Yeah, they
pussy?
celibate. Let me get a little.
Whether a man
a bit.
whether a man wants to fuck you or wants to build with you, he want that pussy.
Oh, I
You know
know
what I'm
that.
saying?
No,
for
we
sure.
know that.
So you need to disclose that on the first date
No.
before we even
But
get
guess
there.
what?
Like, you know
I
what
don't
I mean?
even need
Cause now you wasting our time. Cause if you celibate and I don't want to talk to you no more, we just wasted 3
So
days.
then
you know
I'm
what I mean?
happy because now I know you only wanted some pussy from the
Right.
very rib. I know you want some, but now how bad do you want some? Because now, like I say, I could be talking to you. I might not even want to be
Just
celibate
because-
no more. You
Wait,
might be
wait,
the
wait.
one to take me out of that shit.
I could be a good man. I want to build with you, marry you, all this
You
shit.
want some pussy? I got that part.
I want, but every
But
man
that
wants
makes
pussy
me
at the
think
end of the
about the
day. So
movie.
what are you talking
But
about?
yeah,
What are you-
tomorrow
Remember
night?
he was
I'm not
being
saying
deep.
tomorrow night.
You remember
But if you celibate,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to wait 2-3 years because what? Because
Hell
what?
no.
You know damn well
What?
ain't
Some
no-
women say, well, some
Some
women
women say
have,
they wait for marriage.
exact after having the
You
children.
need to disclose that.
So what you want to do? You want to
How the
marry
fuck you gonna
him?
lock
Hey, children,
How the fuck you gonna lock that pussy
On the
after a
second
human
date.
came out of it?
It's all right.
Not the second date, but let me know what
Wait, not the
your
shade
plans
flew
is.
off.
Shit, that was.
That is.
Let
fair.
me know what your
That was a
plans is. What
doozy.
you
No, I understand, but why do we have to say if we want to fuck a night and y'all don't know if y'all want to be married or not?
I
But
think.
not everybody.
No,
aims for
I think
marriage.
they could be trying to switch.
Fuck that.
No, wait, that's what this hell. He was like, wait, what?
No, I'm just saying, y'all don't say whether y'all want to be married or not on the first date. So why should we tell
If you ask me, I would.
Huh?
If you ask me, I would.
So when you go on the first date, you be like, I might want to
Do you? No, not to
Oh,
you.
wait.
In general.
Y'all asking,
I did that on purpose.
do you want to be married? And I can't answer that on the first date?
No, she's talking about like if you.
Oh, do I want to marry you?
No, like in
No,
general.
general. In general, you can ask
Who's not
that.
going to answer that?
on the first date.
No.
If I want to get married?
No, I'm not asking you that on the first date.
I don't even have the desire to
I
know.
don't even
that's
care
good.
about that on the first
If
date.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
hold on,
like
y'all.
that,
Hold on, y'all.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's different. If you want to know if I want to marry you on the first date, that's different.
No, it ain't.
What you mean? I don't
Because
know
what?
you.
I'm giving my whole mind, body, spirit, and soul.
On the first date? You not giving your body because you celibate.
About this shit.
Yeah, he said, "Bitch, you celibate."
I'm just saying. He's saying you need to let me know now, right? You saying you need to let me know now, so you need to let me know now. If do I look like a type of bitch you want to bring?
No, what?
On the first date?
Nah.
Nah, you tripping.
No, she did.
I got to get to know a person.
I don't think we saying like when you meet a nigga like, hey, my name is so I'm celibate by the way. Like, you know, we saying if you understand that you talking to this person and it is getting to that point, like,
If I'm going
I'm
years
just
with the
messing with
celibacy, then
Yes.
come on now.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying if she wants to do it for years, then I feel like, and then y'all talking, that's a conversation y'all need to have. Yeah.
That's a
I think if you talking to a person for more than a month and then you're practicing that celibacy and y'all didn't have sex, you should be like, oh, I want to let you know that I am practicing celibacy.
I can agree with that.
I think
With the first date.
That's fair.
I think before
No,
that
within
first
a
date.
month.
A
I'm
month,
saying a
yes. The
Oh,
first
that's
couple
fair.
of dates, no,
That's
I'm not
very
telling you that.
perfect.
I'm not
I
telling you
think
that.
before that first date, you need to disclose that information.
He's saying, I'm not even taking you on a
On a
date.
date
Because you're not even
Yo,
the
I'm gonna tell you why.
That's all.
I'm gonna tell you why. Wait. I'm gonna tell you why.
Thinking
The
about some
only
pussy.
person really investing in the first date is the man. Cause he gotta take you out, pay for dinner, pick you up, all that stuff. You not doing nothing but getting ready and coming out your house. So before he
The
invests
nerve
in
of you.
huh?
The nerve
That's
of
all I'm
you.
giving you. I'm
Jazz.
giving you conversation.
Jazz.
He giving you
I'm giving you conversation.
He
He
gotta
gotta
give it
He
to
gotta
him.
carry the
Jazz.
conversation, like, you know what I'm saying?
So you feel like we're
What are you
not
giving?
investing in
He
nothing?
said you just give me
Emotionally.
Hold on.
What are you giving?
My time.
My time is yours too.
We don't care about your time right now.
I don't care about yours.
Clearly, they don't.
You paying for your time when we
I'm-
could be getting paid for ours.
Exactly. That's why you need to disclose that information.
No.
The hell we don't.
He's basically
No,
saying,
not
I'm
the
not,
first date.
I'm not trying to waste my time if you're not giving me no
I'm
pussy.
clapping cheeks after
he's not
this date, and
he's
that's
also
it.
not-
And I'm not saying I gotta hit the first date, the second date, but
Child.
I want to know the end goal. I can possibly get this pussy. Is what he's
Exactly.
But even
Possibly.
if
I'm invested
celibacy
into that
wasn't
shit,
on the
I might as
table,
well,
what's
like,
the
I mean-
guarantee that that's
Say
your
it again?
end goal? That's going to be your end achievement.
say it again.
Even if celibacy wasn't on the table, what's to say that that's going to give
Thank
you your
you.
end
No,
achievement?
no,
I
but
might
that's
meet
not
you
the
on that
problem.
first day, and I
If
might
y'all
say,
don't do it,
I
y'all
don't even
don't
like
do it.
your ass.
I just want to
But
know I have a possibility of getting this pussy.
I can lie.
Right.
What the hell is
That's
that
a
going
different
to
type.
do?
He
Y'all just talked about honesty, bro.
Oh,
Y'all just talked about
now
that.
you want to be
And
now
first of all, I'll let you know what my intentions is. So
Oh, so when you first meet a girl, you be like, I just want some pussy. I ain't
gonna say I was, but
So don't-
I'll tell you I'm not looking for a relationship though. I'll let you know from that first date before we go out.
Friends
Okay.
with benefits.
All right,
So
then.
why
Yeah.
you going on dates
what is
instead
a
of just
date?
going to a
Because I
club
want
and
that
having
pussy.
one night
I just
stand?
told you.
No,
You
but
said-
going on one night stand. So you might as well just go pay for a prostitute for that.
No,
You pay for
damn.
dinner.
Now you gotta pay your
No, because
prostitute
now it is
because
That's
some
the same
women.
shit.
Now, in his defense, it is some women. I don't want all of that. I just want to fuck and be fucked.
There
That's
are some
it.
women.
So
Right.
now, when you,
But no,
when
it is
that's what
some
you
men that will
aiming
put that
for,
out
then
there.
yeah.
Listen,
Is
I
he
don't even
wrong if
wanna-
he's upfront about it though? I don't think it's nothing
When
wrong
you
when
go,
you're upfront.
no,
Let me say
I don't
something.
on a date.
I don't
You're
personally.
weird
It's
doing
nothing
that.
Yes,
wrong
that's
with
what
it.
I'm
But it's the way that you do
It's a way
things.
how you do it.
I
It's
got
the
a
way that
question.
you do
You
things.
rather me manipulate you, trick you into giving me that pussy?
Yes, they
I
do.
just say
go to the club.
That's what y'all
do.
prefer.
Just
That's
say
what
go
they
to
do.
the club.
I'm not
Let me tell
saying
you
that.
something. Yes, they do.
I'm not.
Yes.
But they said they wanted honesty though. They said they wanted honesty
I
though.
want you to
Not
say.
me.
No.
They said they wanted honesty.
honest.
Let me speak. Wait a minute. No. You know what it really is?
No rebuttal.
Say done.
No rebuttal.
No.
You know I got you.
I don't want you. I want you to do the things necessary to get the pussy. So if you're gonna spend,
I'm courting you.
Listen, right?
I'm taking you out.
No, but listen, no.
I'm making you feel good.
That's
Yeah.
not what he just
And then
said.
in return, you
No,
want to
that's
give me
not
the
what
pussy.
He just said. He basically like, if you're gonna be honest, that's like right now. Listen, this is an example. We don't even gotta waste time. I don't even want to take y'all. Listen, I'll give you the $1,000 that I'm gonna spend for these next couple of dates. Just let me fuck. Right? Listen. That's the honesty, right?
Okay, all right.
But a woman would, or me personally, I wouldn't take that because I
Your pride
would.
is gonna get in the way.
But that first one, that's
Pride
I'm a
and
prostitute
ego.
at this point now.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to do that. So
Yeah,
So
That's
you're a
before,
small
like,
woman that
yeah.
knows what she
Yeah.
wants.
But no, some women will be like, listen, I know I ain't doing that with the nigga. I'll take this 1,000 and head on out, right? So both of y'all be good. But for some women, it's like, I don't want to feel like you're just paying me and I'm going to give you the pussy. Because really, at the end of the day, you take me on a couple of dates, I'm going to feel good, you're going to do this, then I'm going to give you some pussy and you just spent the $1,000. We done did the same thing in other words, but court me. Don't make me just feel like I'm a hoe.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
but
what it is.
But she just said, "Oh,
That's her.
you're taking me out on a
That's
date. That's
her.
weird. You just want the pussy. That's weird."
That is
I'm
very
so-
much weird. I feel like if you just go to the club because there's 1,000 bitches in there who just want to fuck, and then when they want to fuck,
She
you
the
say,
hoe,
"Hey,
right?
what's up?" You say,
We got karaoke
and then you go, and then you go,
She sings.
and they're gonna go, "Bitch, what is the hotel we going to?" And that's it. That's the first day, and you ain't you spend $15 on drink maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
And you know what she doing?
No, but she definitely
Wait,
wants
wait,
some money.
you-
She ain't
and
just
you know-
giving
No,
you
I'm
pussy.
just saying,
and you know what
bitches
that
who
girl-
just want to fuck.
And you know what that girl is doing? Telling me up front that she want to fuck, but you want to keep it a secret that you celibate.
No, it's not. No, all right.
we
all
not
right,
just
no, all right.
celibate.
Can
We
I
just
can I
don't
talk about
celibate.
this?
He's trying to
We
circle
ain't
back
talking about
to that shit.
you
No,
trying
to
to-
prove
you
a
trying to
point.
prove a point.
Right. Nah.
Let me just speak about
I'm trying to prove a point that information should be disclosed.
Oh, okay.
That is important information to carry forward.
I ain't fucking on the first day. That's just
Nobody said that.
Fucking on the
we was
first
talking about
day,
it
bro.
was just like upfront, like basically.
Yeah, just-
you rather upfront.
Just lay
I
the cards
wanna
on the
fuck,
table. That's it.
I don't want to waste no money. You want this money? I can just do this for you. That's what.
I'm gonna say, listen, you got
He's
like
being
me
a
for
gentleman
a
about
bitch.
it.
You
He's
gotta
willing
court
to
me.
court you and still treat you like a lady. He's
But
just
this
saying
is
he's
what-
not willing to. He
what
don't
I'm
want to be
saying
in a
is
relationship.
that's what a woman prefer.
50-50. Some
Court me,
women don't want that.
Date me, take me out. Even if we don't go, just at
Right.
least when I give you the
And
pussy,
because-
makes
and
me
because
feel
I'm-
like you worked for
Right,
it.
right.
Don't
And
want
because
that.
I'm doing what you would prefer,
Right.
I would prefer that you be honest. That's
All
it.
So
You got
preference.
kids?
No, I don't.
That's why. You know what it takes for a woman like me to go out on a date?
Wait, say it again.
It's a lie.
You know what it takes for a woman like me to go out on a date?
What it take?
I gotta get a babysitter for my kids.
Okay.
Should a nigga
If
pay
it's-
for that?
Yes. Because
No.
guess what now?
That's not
Yes.
a responsibility.
Because going forward, guess
No.
what?
I don't know about that.
Yes.
I
Because
gotta
now-
pay for the kids that you made prior
Yes,
to
because
meeting
guess what
me?
now? A part of me is my kids. And in order to take me
We're
out.
dating.
Yeah.
So we don't need to go any further. You don't know that I need to make arrangements for my
See
kids.
shit niggas gotta deal with, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta deal with no shit.
I'ma say it
This is
first.
why I
Fuck
this is
you
why I
and
do
the
not date
kids,
women
man.
with
So
kids.
fuck
I'm being honest with
my
you.
kids.
Like,
That's not all women.
This is why I don't date women with
That's
kids.
not all women.
But
That's
now,
all
guess
dating.
what?
I don't
Because
date women
now
with
what I'm
kids.
telling you
I like
about.
Bobby Shmurda.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
Because now
make
when
a
I'm
point.
telling you about I gotta close my business, if it's a weekday, if it's a weekend, I have to make arrangements for my life. My lifestyle is I'm a business owner, I'm a mother, I'm holding down the household. So it's not just fun
gotta
for me
close your
going out.
business.
I run my business and I work in my
All
business.
right, but I'm not gonna make you close your business. I'm
no,
gonna wait
but
till you-
I'm just saying, like, for
Basically
these
saying, I gotta
plans,
make arrangements to go on this date with you. This is what
So you got no free time, is what you trying to tell me?
it's what I make it.
Okay.
Listen,
You
this is
gotta
why
understand in a relationship, you're in that
Right.
schedule, you're making an investment for a relationship. So,
And that's why-
and I shouldn't have to pay for your trying when you're investing
I'm
in
not
your
saying every day. I'm saying, okay,
no date. Unless
No.
we're in a relationship, that's when you can even feel like I should be adding on.
I
to
should be paying
I
for
wouldn't
it.
even
stuff like that.
a man
But-
that's for me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They know that, okay, she's a mother of two. She's holding down a business. She's holding down a house. She's commuting from Jersey to New York. All right. How much is your babysitter? Oh, how much do you pay your
We'll never
aunt?
ask
Whatever the
that.
case is. Oh, I don't give her nothing.
9
You know
times
what?
out of 10, she's taking her to her mom's crib and
If
pocketing
she
the
got
money.
that, if she
And
got
pocketing
that,
the
she
money.
got-
If she has that.
if she has that,
Certain
Listen,
situations.
but a certain type
different.
of man that knows what it takes for a woman to raise children.
He shouldn't be obligated.
No,
though.
he's not obligated. But at the same time, I'm a package deal. So you know what? I'm gonna give you $50 to give to your aunt or something like that. I'm not
No.
saying like $100, $200.
This is why I don't date women with
Listen.
kids. I'm be honest
Don't.
with you.
Do you
bro.
have
Like,
children?
No, I don't. And, this
And
is
that's
why
why,
I
because
refuse to
a
date
man
women
that
with
has
kids,
or
like, you know
knows what it takes to date a woman that has children,
I'm good.
they're
So-
gonna understand that.
So should that woman be able to pay for that man? I got kids, and let's say we
Some of the
were
dates-
going
dates, yes, some of the dates, instead of
It's
it
not
just
worth
being
it.
about us,
I'm
we
not
could
doing that.
incorporate our kids. We
Fuck
could
you and them
incorporate the
kids.
kids.
I'm so sorry.
At a certain point, we can incorporate the kids.
Now, I'm a single woman. I don't have any children or anything like that. So my
me try to get
preferences and my thought process is totally different.
plant
You
is
paying
from
for a
that
nigga
of a
babysitter if
mother.
he got kids?
Hell no. Mister, get the fuck out of my face. Excuse my French, but no. I'm not doing that.
You was up on the hood. girl.
Y'all wanna fight? Y'all fighting a play? Y'all losing right now. Like, y'all like, shit.
No.
I
like the plant.
Actually,
It's
they
a
ain't winning.
beautiful
They
plant.
just broke a branch and shit.
This is bro. Don't do that.
Don't say this
shit is not even real. What? Yeah. It was like that. Here, troublemaker. What's your sign?
Yes. What's that?
Or Aquarius.
Don't do that to Scorpios.
What's your sign?
Nah, it ain't none of those.
He giving me like Virgo,
Leo,
Aries,
a line ass Leo.
Sagittarius, he gets kind of get me on my nerve a little.
I'm an Aquarius.
Truth teller.
What gave it up? You said
He
Aquarius.
toxic.
and an asshole.
My daughter, father is
He eat
Aquarius.
those too.
Asshole.
Oh, fuck I know.
He's
Don't get me
selfish.
like y'all like a match. He asked you.
First of all, y'all all right. Y'all all right about Aquarius is
You see? Yeah.
Y'all all right about Aquarius.
So he was right, you eat him.
You kind of an asshole for a little bit.
But he like a quiet asshole.
32.
No, he's a
How do
sarcastic
you?
asshole.
He is sarcastic.
Oh, but he gives me younger. Like his mentality
I
is
love
like.
Aquarius. They my favorite.
See, you know what I mean? That's what I'm
They
talking about.
really
Like,
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
he's not an Aquarius,
I'm not
by the way.
Aquarius,
Like,
though,
What's your
He's a
sign?
lion ass Leo. I'm
Because
telling y'all, he's a
women-
lion ass
Women
Leo.
swear they know zodiac signs. Yo, you give me a. I knew it.
I'm one of those.
As soon as I
Yeah.
said Aquarius, she said, "I told you."
What's your sign?
Nah, I'm a Capricorn.
Ooh, I don't like that.
That's always the
Actually,
response. It don't matter what
Capricorn.
zodiac sign he was going to say. They was always going, ooh, damn. Like,
I don't really know that much about Capricorn.
listen, man, we gotta get up out of here. We gotta get up out of here. We've been going over time. Like, yo, we appreciate y'all for being on the
That's a
show.
great episode.
Let them know where they can follow you again.
Oh, Tanisha Avent Music, and that's on everything platform.
Thanks.
Juliet Ford Inc. or Flawless Smiles NYC.
And she's single.
I was gonna say she's single until she married. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm Denim Dior. Is my Instagram.
Okay.
I am Jazzy Dior89 on Instagram and follow my business page, Lavish Eats.
Period.
A lot of Dior promotion going on. They paying y'all?
They is.
They
No,
black.
it is
They black
lying.
on? Dior's black on?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
No, it's not. You know it
Y'all
ain't. You
doing a lot
know
of-
that house is
Y'all doing
white.
a lot of promotion for a
You
white
know
owned
that's white
brand. Like, you know what I'm
folks.
We gotta make our own shit.
But I did say Lavish Eatery for my
Right.
business page.
And he loved the eatery. Best
I don't know what this nigga talking about. Yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all agree, disagree, put it in the comments, man. I'm definitely gonna be reading them shits because I know y'all gonna be going off in the comments. Like, you know what I mean? Hit the like button if y'all ain't hit the like button already. Cop
Please
the
don't
merch.
take me down.
Cop the merch. Dailyrapupcrew.co. Join the membership and listen to the podcast audio.
Hit that
man.
bell. Join the membership. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.